Alrighty. Let's... let's do this. This is gonna suck. Good morning, everyone. What we are about to embark on is not pleasant, nor will it be fun, nor will it be pleasant of any shape, form, or another. This is going to suck. This is going to suck at the highest degree of suckiness. So much suck, you won't even be able to comprehend how much this is about to suck. When I say, from the bottom of my heart, this is going to royally suck, I mean it.
Are you here to pick your item? Where did I store it?
21 are from one class. Bro, do your teachers, like, know what, like, life is? Do they realize what... Like... I mean, that's... I guess that's better. I'm gonna need a shot of something before I'm done with this. Holy crap. Good morning. Hello there. I don't think I'm mentally prepared for what is about to happen. Omens, hello there. Welcome in. Good afternoon for you. Yeah. Greece would be... Yeah, Greece would be roughly afternoon. Yeah, welcome in. We're about to embark on a journey of suck. So much suck, I'm not looking forward to this. But welcome to my Black Desert account. A little bit different. Pity farm? Yep. We are going to do that. It's all the gear? Oh, this? Yeah, we're working on it. So what we're going to embark on today is a roughly an 80-hour grind is what's it's going to look like. I've been looking at my Garmoth runs, and we're working on the Atanis element. If I pull up Garmoth real quick and go to Polly's Force, let me refresh this. Okay, so right now, according to my Polly's Forest runs, and I've been very meticulous keeping track of this on their website. I'm currently at 6.9 average Atanis Elements an hour. So that's roughly 70 hours, I think, is what we need. So we're going to be grinding on stream every day except for Wednesday until all 600 are done. Now, I've got some interesting data that is showing that Polly's Forest may not actually be the it place. And I know that's going to seem weird to people, but with some of these numbers that I'm pulling, it almost is close enough to balance Miramok. The money is a little bit different. We make a little bit more at Miramok, but Should do polys on Season Arsha. You'll double that number, probably do 10, 12 an hour. That's the issue. I would have to do my seasonal Valk thing. But the weird thing is I'm getting an average of like 6 to 7 right now. But there's been a few that showed up that were, I got one run, I got 3. It's very weird, but it's also that it feels like there's a very weird breakpoint at exactly 250 drop rate chance. At 250 was the only time I ever got 14 in 1 hour. Everything else was normal. But my seasonal Valk is level 13, and I'm not going to go crunch through seasonal crap again. Although she is past the story, she's free to go and do whatever she wants. I just have to do Fugar's request, which means I got to go level. So to go smash a bunch of pen gear again for that would be not horrible, but it would suck. So we're gonna try to avoid regular Arsha is usually dead too one of these days. Power level you at Gyphon. I mean, I could probably hit that in an hour if I actually like went for it. Take me an hour to get me 60. I mean, that's fair. But yeah, today we're gonna do this on my main Valk. Plus, I'd rather get the EXP, albeit the 0.1% per. I'd rather get it on this than a seasonal Valk. So we'll see how the grind goes today. On our average, we're gonna put down 3 hours here. I haven't done a 3-hour grind since, I don't even know. Valhalla Princess might know when I actually did a real 3-hour grind. That's probably how long it's been. Let's see, 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. I almost just want to pop the life skill buff and just recover energy. It's kind of what I want to do. I don't even think it was Hystria when I last did a 3-hour grind. I went into Hystria some, but I would only do like an hour, maybe 2 at Hystria even. So I'm not sure. All right, so we're going to... Welcome back. So we're gonna run this for the life. We're gonna gain some energy while we grind. We're gonna grab the... before I pop that tent buff, let's grab scrolls. We're not gonna run any potions of any sort. I'm well over capped here. We're gonna go ahead and just pop that on. And let's go ahead and grab shop. Tent buff, buy. We're gonna rock level 2 scroll to at least make something in money here. And let's turn that on. And begin the grind. So, welcome to Valk Grinding. We choo-choo through everything. And here's the sad part. I leave loot behind. And that's even with my pets on stun. Oops, they're not on stun yet. They are on stun now. There we go. Our grind is no longer griefed. It is time to grind out the Atanis Elements and see what we can pull from this. I am speed. Speed is I. I am Sonic. I need to go fast. I have to go fast. Honestly, though, this is just broken. So we're going to do 3 tent buffs here, and then we're going to call stream quits for the day. Like I said, this is going to potentially burn me out doing this, but we'll see. We will see how this goes. The good news is, the actual saving grace of this, doing this grind, I will have like 3/4 of the Caphras pieces needed. So, I'll be looking good in the Caphras department when we get to taking our Ergons to Caphra level 10. So, we're almost there on getting the fallen, all the fallen god stuff up. We just need to save up 10 billion silver for the, oh yeah, it's still a win. It's like, it's partially why I don't mind this. We'll have roughly, we'll earn, on my rough math, we'll earn 16 billion in silver doing this grind. So, we'll get roughly we'll get our pre-order and enough to have some money and to buy some Caphras up along the way. But we don't spend any money until we get an even 10 bill to pop up on a flame pre-order. Once we get the flame pre-order, then we're free to just zero out on Caphras whenever we have a few silver to our name. So been grinding 2-3 hours a day for 2 weeks. I mean, that's respectable, honestly. I'm only gonna probably be able, when I did the rough math, I think I can do the 3 hours on stream, and then if I take 1 hour at roughly coming back from dinner, I can make it happen with my schedule. 60 bills short. Whew, what is your goal? What are you buying? Are you outright buying Devo, or are you going to grind to make something? Pen Awakening? Ah, okay. Now, I don't know for anybody here that has actually been doing a lot of grinding. I personally want to say I have a love-hate relationship with the shiny box that drops here. You don't enhance anymore? Smart. I will probably enhance. By enhance, I mean I'm going to Caphra Kron my Pin Black Star Awakening. But that's it. That's as far as I'm going. I can't pull myself to go any further than that. I've got way too much other stuff I need to grab before I go try to do anything else after that. So it's gonna be bought and paid for until then. But yeah, the shining box is what I was wanting to mention. That is extremely hard to find. Like, at least with the Kama Sylph tree, it was sticking out of the ground, so you could just turn and see it. With the shiny box, if it's in a mob pack, it's near to impossible to find, so you don't know if you actually popped it or not. And if you are a class with some pretty heavy AoE, I don't know if I got it or not. Then there's times where I look behind me and there's a box sitting behind me and I completely missed it, yet, you know, I'm plowing through it. Or I'm up here, this is the dumb one, I'm up here at this next pack and I get the notification it's back at the pack behind me over there. So sometimes it just depends on the lag of when the notification finally drops. And a few times I've literally seen it appear before my eyes. So there is also that. It's the second you destroy the second you destroy the box, you get 2 hours of the Old Moon Blessing. Now, I'm doing pretty good here. I get probably 2 to 3 an hour, maybe 4 an hour here. So, I mean, we're getting the boxes. It's just... It's annoying because it's making me look at it and look for it. I'm assuming we will. So, I also have a tinfoil hat. I am 1 for tinfoil hats. I have a weird suspicion that that is clogging up the Atanis Element drop rate. Because the one that I got 14 on, while it was a 250, or I think it was actually 260, is what the drop rate really was for that day. But the 250 plus drop rate, where I earned 14 Atanis in 1 hour, it was before the Kamasil thing dropped. So I was just getting straight drops. But I've had this weird suspicion that that the drop rate is somewhere in that same drop chance as the book, the Kamasil drop, what all that stuff was. And that's been nerfing the drop rate a little bit. Because all of a sudden, Narama noticed this too. He told me, he says, day or night, it instantly changed, and it's not normal to see something go from I was averaging 10 to now I can barely get 5, or struggle to get 5. So it's an interesting thing. Let's see here, Seminole 608. Thank you for joining our quest. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to a stream of literally me playing NASCAR. I mean Black Desert, right? It's one of the two. It's kind of the same thing. Kind of making, well, I'm going in a circle. Formula One? Yeah, Formula One. That's what we're going to call this. We're just a Formula One driver doing our course, making gains. At the end of this Le Mans race, there's 2 shiny potion pieces for me at the very end. That is thy reward. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. That's it. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yep, totally. That's my story. Why is a level 64 with like freaking 700 gear score grinding polys? Because he's a broke person and he's wanting the Atanis pieces, alright? I would stay my lane normally. But there comes a time where desperate measures require desperate actions. And I am at that. Die already. Speaking of racing, did you watch Gran Turismo? I have not watched... I actually haven't even watched a real movie in probably 10 months. But I think you would even agree with this, Valhalla Princess, that once I get the potion pieces, that opens up doors to other places, so... Because then it's just maintaining buffs, which is a lot easier versus how many pots do I have left? Oh, I only have 30 pots. Elvia Calpheon. I'm looking at giants. Is what my current, like... Well, there we go. That was my current target. From what I've been able to tell. Bless the Falcon being able to hold down 2 buttons to do this. Alrighty! Hey, wait, actually, can I put this up? Item count. Yes. Alright, there we go. For the next 3 hours, we have an Atanis Element counter. Actually, can we move this? We can. There we go. That's it, chat. That's what we're looking for. Right above the name. The Holy Grail loot item that we are looking for. That should be visible for all of chat to see. Now we just get depression as we watch it. And realizing how few of these really drop. Hard to miss. Great. But yeah, my thought was going to giants. So also, I should kind of get good money there, plus be able to upgrade your bells. That's something I didn't think about that actually would help out long run. Because I hadn't really thought about upgrading the Vel's Heart yet. Like, I had... My next, like... In my mind, my upgrade money-wise was like, okay, we make 10 bill for the Atanis element, or not the Atanis element, but the flame. Then we make another 16 bill minus whatever Caphras we farm up between getting the Atanis elements. After that, we spend every dime getting Pen Awakening. From Pen Awakening, we move to probably, I was thinking going straight to Debo and trying to get a 3-piece Debo set up. And get off my ghetto accessories. And actually become a real player again. I was probably just going to... Okay, so here was my mind. It's probably easier to buy the tries, sit with a try set, and then farm in a place to make the tets if I had to, or save up to buy the tets. I wasn't 100% like clear on how I wanted to go about it, but my idea was trying to get that 12 AP bonus by only losing, I think, what, 3 AP? 4 AP I would lose? Go for the tats. Oof. 90 bill a pop. Then you know what? I should probably just sit my happy butt in one of the places that drops them and just... It'll hold you over till you're ready to hard cap. Okay. 90 bill and accessory sounds wonderful. Okay, so if I want... You're about to swap to Tet Devos. So they don't have rings yet, which is fine, but we're about to get a second Gentina's accessory. So that's 2 pen crescents I'll have. So it means now I'm stuck between the earrings, belt, and necklace are the available pieces. I own 2 Tungrad earrings, so that's physically real money I can sell. So the Tungrad earrings are sellable. The belt is a Kaposha belt, and the necklace is a Kaposha belt. We do Devos is neck, belt, and 1 earring. Okay. So then what's the other earring? So if we go 1 earring, what's the other earring? Okay, let's say generally speaking. Generally speaking, I'm not a hardcore PvPer. I go out, I want to have fun with my friends, grind some cool spots. Be able to say that I actually have done something with my life. Destro and Dawn. Funny, I had a Tet Narc at one point, and I almost bought Pen Narcs, but then I was highly convinced that going Pen Tungrad was the eventual way to go. Which, I mean, kind of makes sense at the time. That was before the earrings were out for Devos. Because I don't see for me, it's weird, I don't see the value in Tet Destros and Pen Destros. I don't want to lose gear score for just sheet AP, in my mind. If I'm gaining stats, it's gaining stats all the way around. I don't want to lose my gear score. But then again, I'm not checked out on everything like I used to be. I knew I missed a pack. Once you get into the higher spots, 4 or 5 DP doesn't matter much. That's the extra AP. See, this shiny chest. Either I got it, or it's behind me. Listen, I am king of standing in the red. I always understand that that is the biggest DP, or the biggest damage buff for your DPS you can ever get, is to stand in the red circle. I am 1000% team stand in red damage buffs. Your healers may actually hate you, but I understand the important value of this said sacred unspoken buff to DPS. Especially as somebody who used to pull top numbers in said raid guilds. Still stand in purple. Got it. Purple one-shot you with no remorse. Noted. Okay, so... thinking about this out loud, that means I would go 1 Tet Debo and 1 Tet, 1 Tet Debo and 1 Tet Destructioneering. Purple one-shots Shies at Olin's at 500 DP. What? I'm sorry, I didn't think anything could kill 500 DP. Did the Shy just suck? Or is it really that OP? Okay. Purple is, Decky at mobs. Okay, got it. About your gear score. Okay. Noted. It's my game now. I mean, it's about time that something truly gave us a scare. And all moves a heavy telegraph, so you can avoid them. Okay. I mean, it kind of has to be with the way they set this system up, so that's fair. I don't know. It's just there's still a part of me that just cannot fathom scrapping gold accessories for a lantern. I ain't there yet in my mind. Listen, I'll tell you how old I am in Black Desert. I still think a billion's a lot of silver, all right? Because I remember getting that first billion on my account. Smelted a tri-lunar neck yesterday. Like, I get it. I know. I can see the numbers. A billion's not anything anymore. But in my mind, I'm still heavily ingrained to think, like, 2-3 bill is a crap ton of money. Because I'm that old. I am that old in BDO. Like, what you now have on seasonal is what was best in slot, number-wise, when I really, like, quit. And now it's just seasonal. It's like, oh yeah, you can have this. But back in ye olden days. Oh, I know, you were right there with me in the trenches. You were right there in the trenches with me. Okay, I was asking Narama. Do y'all remember the guy from Stormfield, the one that would re-roll every couple days, the Final Fantasy XIV player, where he tried to play Black Desert and was literally re-rolling every couple days? I cannot think of the guy's name. I can only remember his habit. And I'm not joking. No, it wasn't Penguin. We talked about that. It wasn't Penguin. This was a Final Fantasy XIV player who always would talk about, oh, how they would go play their bard, and then they would come over, and then they would play their whatever, and it was all about how it worked in Final Fantasy XIV, and they wanted Black Desert so desperately. Don't remember the name. That's the thing. It's like, it's the same for me. I remember him, but not the name. But it was literally, one day you would see him as a Valk because he got his crap pushed in by a Valk. The next day it was a Ranger because he got pushed in by a Ranger in RBF. Then he would finally get pushed in by like a Sork. Then he would roll Sork, and somehow Yeah, he rolled Mystic. Yep, and then he realized it was a you thing, it wasn't a Mystic thing. Because he rolled Dark Knight because of me. He rolled Warrior because of Narama, and then Ninja when he finally came back to his Ninja and rolled over him, which is also Penguin, by the way. He did that too. But Penguin actually stuck to Ninja. But there is this one guy that I cannot remember his name. I've been trying for weeks to remember it. Go back and check the VODs, but I killed all kind of old ones from the before. I mean, it's not really important. It's just been, it's one of those weird things how I've been able to remember most of my Black Desert friends or the important people. Like, I still remember Hermes, I still remember Zach the Pack. Of course, we had Project Lazio, we had, let's see. We have a few that shall not be spoken of. We have, it's always right when I go to take off, too. Trying to think who else. We had CPAC. We had, Captain Underpants for a while. We had, of course, we had Narama. We had Penguin. We had Valhalla Princess. We've had Aaron. Hubs' character. I don't remember what Hubs' BDO name was. The more I think about it. Yeah, no, I would remember that. I mean, I would imagine that. And then there was this guy. There is this one that I'm thinking of. I mean, he would turn into a Debbie Downer the moment he'd get his crap pushed in. The next day he'd come back on the class that pushed his crap in. Yeah, Project wasn't random. Project was, and I mean, always has been, a longtime supporter of my Black Desert streams. Project G has been, I mean, I spent hours and hours and hours and hours grinding at Pirates with him. Misha was another one. I don't know how many of y'all would remember Misha. Misha was one that was around yesterday. My parents surprised me when they took me out to a car dealership since my birthday is next Monday. Nice. Happy birthday, dude. Did they troll you or are they actually getting you a they actually getting you a car? We all remember me. Some of us would definitely remember Misha. Let's see. Grim was also around a good bit from the Shadowcaster days. Grim kind of fell off though once he burnt out. Oh, that's awesome, dude. Well, happy early birthday. Does he not realize that he could probably just save that money and buy it in your area? He tried his data. This, but he had charcoal at that point. Yeah, no, I get that. Wow. I do remember the Shadowcaster days. That was I don't give a fuck. Yep. The Shadowcasters was a fun. That's where I recruited Aaron from. Was. Because I recruited Aaron from Zach's guild. You been watching Solo Leveling? You got to episode 4. Nope, you were. Nope, I didn't know what I was signing up for when I bought you. But I'm glad I bought you in the end. No, Zach was great. He was a cool guy, and your guild was cool. The GM was a little bit of a douche, but I mean, it was fine. We dealt with that. I always do this. I keep forgetting to turn the corner sharp. Hello there. How's it going? So what card are you looking at? It's got to be something massive for your ginormous body. And before he's actually looking at getting a lunchbox, chat. Place your bets on what lunchbox Zeus is wanting to buy. He's gonna be like a clown getting out of a car. Jeep Mojave. Gladiator. Oh, that's cool. I don't see it. Whatever. I can't be asked. Tomorrow you hit 64 on your scholar. Nice. That's gonna be great. You're gonna catch up to me in EXP before I know it. 100 Nikkei dailies. Nice. #1 scholar NA soon TM. Trust. I believe it. Trust. Heck, I remember when it was just me and Dark Crusade were the only Valkyrie streaming BDO. The only Valkyries. It's kind of edgy. Oh yeah, no, he was Edgelord 9000. You are 100% right, Aaron. Yep. As one of the two of Thou Shall Not Be Named, that is definitely one of them. Oh yeah, do y'all remember Rock? Or Rocco? He was one from the Shadowcaster days. Fierce was one from the Shadowcaster day, or not the Shadow. Fierce was, no, Fierce was Shadowcasters into Storm, Storm, or Stormfield. Stormfield, that's it. That was the guild name. Fierce was a cool dude. Fierce just got family locked down. That's the only reason why he kind of just fell off. Nice. Rock was a cool guy. Steam Baby, who blew up. I remember him from the olden days of watching him grow up from a wee little random, I don't even remember what the heck he was playing. And he was like, we were trying to get him to play something like useful. And we were like, dude, just go play like Wizard or Witch and blow things up. And then next thing we turn around, he's like 5-something 100 gear score, and we're like, what? So he starts tapping all kinds of crazy things. Right? He locked down and said, I must do this. And we're like, bro, chill. You're gonna actually pass this? And he's like, I must pass. I must lose the Steam Baby title. And we're like, chill. But it just went to show, you know, what hard work really turned out to do. Raditz 2. I dragged him into Final Fantasy for a while. Nice! Yeah, there were some good times back in the day. But always do good. Yeah. That's such a painful part of the game. I actually watched Omen the other day smash literally one tap a pin Black Star. He was working on his offhand and just struggled getting it up to. You got a couple taps at it going to, what was it? Duo was giving you the trouble, or was it Try? And then you just went tick. There's the tat. I have a new friend request? Yes. But no, that was pretty cool. Easy one tap. 2 130 stacks going to Pride. That's so painful. Hit it with an 84. Don't you just love how RNG works? One moment it's trash, the next it's amazing. Be there with blood. Sweet. I will, I'll keep you posted. I think it's gonna be pretty chill here, honestly. I mean, I would... If I'm the bigger fish here, I'm afraid at the biggest fish here. I deserve to die if a bigger fish comes and knocks me out of this place. But I'm sure there'll be somebody out here troll at some point. It's just when. The biggest fish I've seen that consistently grinds poly is a Valk named Gerber Baby. Alright, I'll keep an eye out on that. Just be faster. They one-shot you. Gross. Well, the thing is they're gonna get me to check. If somebody rolls up and does not dip within a second or two, I'm more about data collection at this point, so I'm more likely just to instant jump than I am actually fighting. Honestly, like, this to me is, I want to really keep a good average on what I'm, getting. Since Overclock gives 18 battle data boxes a day, I'm back to 462. Nice! That's actually a pretty good little stack you got going there. So what we're gonna do is, instead of me data collecting everything, we're just gonna go drop our stuff, we'll refresh our tent, and then just keep going. We're not gonna data collect until the very end, and we'll just enter it as a 3-hour grind session. But we will need to stay pretty close to the 3 1-hour marks and not try to fish up too many extra kills. But like if I stop for a second, I normally like, all right, that's like a pack I can go kill. One more, just to have. But I also think I can grind at the points where, I'm grinding where not a lot of people are around. Like, we're in that weird state where, technically, West Coast is going to bed, and we're at the point where, East Coast is just waking up. If I go too much longer, then yeah, I'm probably getting into that zone of people will probably start showing up. And it also depends on the channels you grind on, too. I mean, that's fair. I would assume it's guild quests mostly. People that are, like me, trying to farm up the Atanis pieces, so most of us are just like, bruh, just leave me be. I don't want trouble. Not even guild quests? I thought this place had, like, a guild quest. Power leveling and Atanis. Okay. I would have figured it had been guild quest, because this was like one of my go-tos for the longest time. Oh hey, go knock out 2,000 polys real quick. Go knock out 500, or you go lock out 3,000 polys or 5,000 polys. Okay. Everyone just pops the kill whatever mission. Oh. Okay. That's noted. You know, if only I had 2 other people in my guild, I could probably pop that whatever mission and actually do guild missions while I'm here. Oh, it's not like I don't kill what I think. My hour is, I think, 4,800 here. I think it's my, my, like, rough cap that I can do in exactly 1 hour. Maybe 5,000 if I really went hard in the paint. Everyone just, need someone. But I finally think I found my forever home with agenda. That's fine. No, I would not. No, I would not ask you to come back. Like, I'm gonna be real. It's super dead. I will show you how dead is dead. It's me. Narama hasn't even been on in 5 days. So, I would never ask anyone to come back because it's just me. I stay away from trouble. I don't start it anymore. I know, shocking, right? Same with yours. I don't, like... I've done my due time with guild drama. I would wake up and it would be I would wake up every morning on Discord to a bunch of pings about whatever BS had gone on. So it was just, I just didn't want to deal with it. So I'm like, I don't recruit anybody anymore. It's just the people who chill and hang out. It's a retirement home for Iconic, is what it is. 70% of the people in this guild are old Iconic guild members. And the rest are former members from back in the old days of Stormblood. That's it. Everything else is, I think there's only like 1 or 2 people that's just friends of projects. But the rest are all of them were old Iconic guild members. I think I got like 1 Cho Nation guy in here. But I mean, he hasn't logged on in 300, 400 days. From where project would go to Cho Nation. You finally did it. What'd you finally do? Nice! You broke into the top 100. Congratulations. But like, I could probably just pick up 3 AFKers and be safe. Like, people who just like AFK fish, they AFK process. They don't do much, they don't grind, they don't cause trouble, they don't need guild decks every 5 minutes. I could probably pick up 3 of those. He's got a fairly old account, Aaron. His account's day 2, I believe, is where that account came from. I feel called out. I mean, I'm not calling you out. I'm just saying. I'm asking for somebody who's not going to cause trouble if they're in the guild. Because, you know, I don't want to have to go deal with it. This isn't based off of memories of past. Look, there were 2 other people in the guild. Knight, I need a deck. Who is it now? It's this random trash guild. They're stealing my spot. Can you handle it? I think. 5 minutes later. I need help. They called over another guild. 3 hours later. How did we end up with Snake here in Man Up? It literally became a who had a bigger penis. And it just kept one-upping who had the higher friend. And then I finally was like, all right. When it got serious, I called Lazio. I'm like, all right. You knew it escalated to the point when I called Lazio in, it was like, those were some bad days. But I would turn the tides very quickly, no matter who or what the guild was. When Lazio got called, it was game over. Oh. Why? It's just a part of life. I beat regular Scarlet with new Scarlet because of the team comp. Team comp makes everything. Got in, unequipped the work clothes, and proceeded to obtain my horse. Oh, jeez. Those were the days. There are so many BDO stories. When Lazio got called, I knew I'd have to. Yep. That was my trump card. Always Desert Fogans, yes. Always Desert Fogans. Or Nagas. Nagas ended up being a pretty consistent battlefield too. But more so it was Fogans, because I was a big preacher of Desert Fogans back in the day. But there was also a good bit of stuff out there at Desert Nagas. Helms was like, we don't talk about Helms and lower Helms, specifically lower Helms. The amount of BS I had to do down in lower Helms, we're just not going to talk about that. The amount of blood that I shed at lower Helms is ridiculous. It nearly rivals the blood I shed at Pirate Island. Yep. I don't know how you managed to do that, though. That's the crazy thing. I don't know how you managed to do that. Because that was during my wizard days. I'm sure they had something else broken too. Did I get it? Nope, there it is. But now, as I said, and it even says in my thing right here, retired PvPer, full-time life skiller. I am done. I'm not going back to the land of violence anymore. A fun little tap here or there, fine. But full-fledged, I'm going to blow everything up under the sun. No, I'm done with that. I threw someone off. The DNA Alliance. Cliff grab it, Polly's. Really? That's possible. That's nuts. Felt so bad. They had to be triggered. Into an ocean cliff. Well, hope they had a map. Or wait, are maps disabled during Node War, Guild War, or whatever, or Node War Siege? To prevent literally just that, mapping into an area. You can map, okay. I'll say that might be a next level of BS that is a little too much. So I was doing a little bit of like looking according to Garmoth's data, and it says that Ranger is the second highest grind speed here. And I'm just sitting here going, if only I had an MP pot, I could probably test this theory out. And I probably might just tag my Ranger the moment I get the MP pot. Just saying. Because that's the only thing stopping me from playing Ranger, is the 5,000 MP pots I need to chug in order to play the darn class. But if I can just set it to 99% and chugs away... Like, Valk does a wonders, don't get me wrong. But there's just a level of stupid at the mobility I can pull off of a ranger. And I want to see if when I make that transition, is it actually better than what my Valkyrie's pulling in on an average? Am I really getting that many more mobs per grind session? Because I'm not limited to stamina so much MP. Unless they changed it. Unless now it's stamina based and I just hadn't paid attention. But like, I'm thinking like MP on hit and like MP on hit potions. With the pot popping, maybe not 99%. That's a little excessive. But maybe like 75% pop on the MP pot, which it should. That's like 3 dashes and you're below 50% anyway, if I roughly remember. Your pots are 100%. Oh, you give no craps. You're just like, if I lose it, drink it. Okay. That's respectable. But I'm gonna need like another 150 Atanis Elements before we can even get into that. It's free, why not? Okay, so hear me out though. Putting it on cooldown, potentially when you don't need it, and you can let your like... So let's say if I knew that I'm going pack to pack at 80%, I could regen back to 100 on my own just with MP on hit. Why not save it for when I need to burst it? But I guess it doesn't matter if the cooldown's low enough, right? Yeah, so I've got 3-second cooldown there, so... Alright, got 1 minute, so I think we'll do about half the lap. I am low on trash drop. I'm about 1,000 lower than I should have been, but I've also not been like 100% hitting it absolutely hard in the paint. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I've been going at it, but I'm not like laser focused on making sure every pack is hit at the exact moment I need to hit. And it also is a little bit of RNG too on oh snap, now here's another old BDO person. Revolver, hello there. Moving Truth, hello there. Welcome in. You're reading chat, taking care of your stream. Yeah, we're having fun. Alright. How's it going? Yeah, we're well. My sanity may not be well, but I decided to do this, but here we are. How's life treating you? Get these things to de-aggro. Never mind, they're on the horse. Alright, shop, camp, buy, go. Alright, hour number 2. Let's go! Currently 2 shrouded. Nice! Somebody just told me about that, yesterday. Or not yesterday, Saturday. Your on-stream hours are never as good as just when I can sit and focus. Honestly, though, I looked at it, I was only 500 off of my average. That literally is within the margin of error, I think, for, RNG on the trash drops. What brought me back to Black Desert? That is like 5K difference. Oh, wow. Okay, now that is a big difference. Yeah, you have to focus more on that. Yeah, no, Jace Hammer, when they just gave out the last Jace Hammers for stuff, I said, screw it, I'll go pop it, and I got pinned Blackstar, and I was like, I guess the game's wanting me to come back. And then, in the same night, within 5 minutes, I pinned my Urgons and Gaiath Helm in 5 minutes. Because I had a crap ton of Cronstones from the event, plus what I had already on my account. So, it was a good night, and I was like, I guess the game's wanting me to play. So, since then, we've upgraded our helm, our chest, and our gloves. We gained the Pin Blackstar upgrade from Tet. We gained a Tantless Lancia and Tet Blackstar. So, the account has definitely upgraded quite a bit since the upgrade. And the last time I ever played this thing. Yeah, that's what brought me back. And when I came back, I said, screw it, I'll go to the, I'll go back to the one thing I was known for. Valkyrie. So, here we are. Remember the days of passing out, riding my horse to other towns, waking up in the river, drowning? That's still kind of a thing here. That's never changed. Thankfully, I left the caution on my unicorn. I was actually filling in my information on Garmoth, and all of a sudden I heard the horse buck up and stop. And I'm sitting there at the edge of the Heidel River about to go in it. I'm like, how are you this stupid? And then I realized, oh, it's the sharp, like, 90-degree turn it wants to make to go to Glish. And I'm like, because I was going to go to Glish to do my Barrier of Infestation quest. And it was just sitting there trying to die. So that's still very much a thing. But now we're going for the ultimate flex of Black Desert, the double potions. So, yeah, my Atanis grind is, I've got two more weeks left. This coming reset and one more weekly reset, and then I've got my 1 AP. So, yeah, I heard that, and it's about the time from what I think it was Moving Truth was the one who told me, what, I think last week? That the time gate is being removed right about the time I get to the time gate. Unless it's literally this week, then I can probably just smash it out. I love it. I'm just waiting for a not-so-smart Black Desert player to come in chat and go, why are you grinding with a life skill buff? You're out here killing polys. And it's like, bro, I just paid 2 million for energy. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh. You could at least be getting combat EXP. You're darn right. The .00 whatever the heck it is, I am sure I would enjoy having that. This isn't Mirmok where I get 0.5% an hour. You pop church buffs for everything? Listen, at some point that's a waste of 3 mil. Like, even I know here I'm not earning enough to even make that 3 mil worth it. Okay, now I will say I will pop the church buffs for trees. 3 mil. It's 3 mil per 3-hour buff, is it not? So I only pop the AP buff. I don't pop the defense, but what is trees gonna do to me? Now, it might be who lurks around trees does to me, but my logic is, I'm dying already to get to a one-shot? No. No. That's too that's too bougie for me, alright? That's way too bougie for my blood. Listen, I'm not Bill Gates here. I'm not Biohack. I can't just go out and just buy whatever I want. I gotta make gains. I can't be stuck sitting behind wasting 30 mil on a church buff. That 30 mil is 10 Caphras. Essentially. What would I rather have? Church buffs or 10 Caphras? 10 Caphras, please. As soon as I don't need Caphras anymore, okay, maybe I can see. Because at that point, I'll be grinding at more efficient spots. Where it's just money, EXP, money, or EXP. It's not both. Oh, and I should also say that I am a proud owner of a Tet Manos fluid collector now, so in those times of me not wanting to eventually grind someday, I can now go suck bloods from your resident trolls. Outside of Calpheon, because everything seems to require troll blood, which I completely forgot. I thought it was like wolf blood and the other stuff, which had a ton of. But trolls need their blood for, I need legendary, I think it's legendary's beast blood? Or clown's blood, it's one of the two. For so many different things that I want to level up on alchemy, which I can actually sell, or in this case, use while I'm grinding those higher end spots. Alright, so I have a question for Valhalla Princess. On your potions, and I mean all of them, are they in the family inventory, or are they in your character inventory? For your auto-used consume potions. Can't wait to never grind Gyphon ever again. I can't wait to actually say I've been able to grind Gyphon. I've waited how many years since BDO to ever be able to go up to Gyphon? Me and Narama did it once and it was trash money. Yep. Family, so I can share them. Okay. So y'all just saw that in one rotation, I've looted 3 of these Atanis Elements, right? Y'all actually saw that. It's not just me just going, this game's just all of a sudden being super generous to probably screw me for the next hour. Okay, good. So long as somebody else witnessed that I just looted 3 within one rotation. I'm not complaining, I love it. Keep that going. It'd make my life so much easier. Now, does that mean you've bought all the weight for your family inventory as well? Because now I start thinking about that. That's a lot, and I mean a lot of weight in there. Yep. Alright. Makes sense. Ooh. If the game keeps me in later down the road, I'll have to look at doing that. But I've got to worry about my OC project. That's getting insanely expensive. I keep getting screwed, so I have to keep spending money to try to fix it. So, and every time I start getting, like, I feel like I'm getting confident that I'm like, alright, we're good. Something else keeps coming up, and I have to go work with somebody else. And right now, I'm a little hesitant on this one person that I'm working with. It's not that they don't do a good job, it's the not knowing their availability at all. Like, I'm waiting till right now, till February 12th for an answer. And then February 12th is when they get a rough answer. And then it could be potentially June, and I'm like, I don't necessarily mind that. But then it's the unknown after that is what's also with it. So it's like, if I could get some solid answers, it would make my life a lot easier. So it's like, I don't have the cash to go do what I did in Black Desert when things were top notch. Oh, new class? Here's like $500. I want to randomly roll over all my life skills to one character? Here's like $400. Or $300, or whatever it was. That means they're gonna end up retiring the life skill exchange coupons, which must mean they're not making the money they really thought they were gonna make on them. Really pay for most universal stuff now. I mean, that makes sense. The thing is, my money's already been invested. My money's already been well invested into most all of that other stuff. You'll pay for maids at this point, and maybe a costume here or there. I mean, my money's already spent in it. It ain't going, I can't get it back, so it's there. All the worker lodging, all the inventory in the towns and stuff. All that is done. Now it just seems like, oh yeah, I want to get a good deal on value pack. All right, I'll pick one up. I want to get, you know, family inventory, probably, because I don't know. I only plan on actually grinding the Valkyrie, because here's what's got to change. Came back October, hadn't bought a value pack yet. You're that stored up on them, or you just haven't been using value pack? They hand them out like candy? Okay. My issue is I would love to play the Guardian and tag it with my gear, but the issue is, until they fix the stupid trade stuff, I can't pull my, I cannot pull my, guru boxes for Imperial, cooking out of my storage. Gonna go nap. Have a great stream. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Appreciate it. See you later, Omen. So that's one of my big beefs about wanting to, like, tag my Guardian, which would be the class that I would actually want to play. And that's kind of what I'm thinking. Is at that point, I can put all the cooking stuff over on somebody for the... when I want to do the turn-ins, and then I can tag the 2 characters I want and screw the rest. But I think it's just dumb that that is something that has been locked from being able to be pulled out of storage while tagged. That is 98% of the reason why my Guardian is not tagged to me right now. Instead, something just about as terrifying is tagged. Him. Those who know, know. Those who don't know, don't realize why that's tagged. Am I as good as I was then? No. Could I quickly learn? It's like riding a bike, they say. I'm sure Aaron would love to get on and be my personal training dummy. Go back to the hours of struggle cuddles to Giller once. I think that was that move back that she just did that killed that chest. I'm gonna say it is and just be done with it. But I'm fairly sure I'm going to damage my stream. You know, the people that were coming around by doing what I'm about to do here. Wednesday will be the only day I don't do BDO. Wednesday will probably be the Minecraft day because of server maintenance. But I have a feeling I will probably damage my stream when we go back to doing the usual like Black Flag and Minecraft. BDO will probably fall off a great bit on once we do the thing. Yeah, and that's what I'm okay with. But there were some that I just enjoyed talking to. That's just kind of where it's not that I don't mind if people leave and never come back. I get it. It's part of Twitch. I've been there, done that since the beginning of streaming. I'm used to that. But there was just, you start enjoying talking to people, and then when they just stop showing up, you're just like, well, that sucks. I was actually having fun chatting. You know, it's not about the numbers really for me, because I don't care about that. You should go look at my YouTube channel, and that'll give you the #1 sign I don't care. Play COD and Destiny, or Paint on mine from time to time. That's a Paint, as in MS Paint. All right, that's actually freaking funny. Oh, you mean literally paint, as in physically painting? Okay. No, that's pretty cool. That's actually interesting. I'm like, how you pull a stream off with MS Paint is going to be absolutely astounding, and I need to see that. Really? A manhwa with the same... Interesting. I don't even... Well, what would it be? Oh, I almost went the wrong way. Tunnel visioned and I was like, oh, hey, shiny pack. Wait, nope, turn to the right, turn to the right. Ugh. Release that witch nightingale if you want to try. Yeah, no, I'll check it out. Because what's funny is 90% of the time, so I play a lot of mobile games. And I mean a lot of them, all right? I'm a degenerate. A lot of people will come up to me and be like, dude, is your character from the Arknights game? I'm like, oh, little zoomer, let me tell you about a game long before your time. And I start talking about Skyrim, I'm like, that's where my name came from. And they're like, oh. Yeah. Alright, gotta go be Mama Bear for Guildy. Catch you later. Alright, take care. Thanks for hanging out, I appreciate it. Yeah, I'll have to go look that up. It's pretty cool. And there's been a few other ones where the name Nightingale has showed up in other things that people think it's from that. And I'm like, it's literally just an old school Skyrim thing for me. I loved the quest line. It was cool. It was neat. And then I'll just put it this way. I can't say it on stream. It was that bad. My original Xbox gamer tag was very degenerate and not safe for work whatsoever. So, Nightingale became a much safer option. Another gacha gamer like me. Nice. Seems like all gacha gamers make bad decisions, play gacha games, play VDO. Yes. We have a gambling addiction. What does Black Desert provide us? A 0.0 whatever % chance to enhance. Of course, we have a gambling addiction. Plus, a lot of the people who like this like anime waifus, so it's typically a win-win. Half-naked anime waifus on a screen while we play Black Desert. I mean, let's be real. Thick thighs save lives here. Team thighs, let's go. Not as thick as they could be, but we had to make it more realistic for the character that I wanted to make. So, you know, it's all about the appearance. I mean, listen, I have a male character tagged. I used to be really good at that character. And I mean really good at that character. But this is what everybody knew me for. So here we are. We're back where I really belong. So just imagine getting 4,000 hours grinding CML booty all the time. Yeah, that might... I might be up and near that number on my wizard. Not saying it's 4,000, but it's definitely 4 digits. I'm about 90% sure, because I played him for quite a long while. I almost want to know, can my brain process this and run it backwards on the final hour? I think to change it up, when we get to the final hour here in 30 minutes, I'm going to run this backwards. Just to see if my brain can actually process doing this. Or is it so now ingrained in running this way? Am I going to, like, struggle to try to do this in reverse? Because this way it's like seeing a whole new area. Theoretically. Same mobs, just a different perspective. This is what we do when we are bored with a grind spot, especially a circle grind spot, where we have to make loops. I haven't hit the screw it point where I just go roam mode, because roaming gets me in trouble. And it's also not as efficient, especially when you know where to hit your packs. Because then you get into that thing of, well, where do I need to go? And then you miss, and then you end up becoming less efficient because you're roaming, and you're spending more time traveling than you are going pack to pack. Thankfully, with polys, darn near the whole edge of this thing is mushrooms, so you should have something to hit the whole way through. But I would rather not mess up my data collection. Because so far, I've been honorably fairly accurate with my data collection. There shouldn't be too many discrepancies in what I've done. So we should be having a very good reading on using the Garmoth website's stuff. Which is what I'm kind of using to keep track of everything we're doing here. Keep track of the money per hour. We're trying to keep track of what we're roughly looting an hour, so that we know and can see when things finally start looking for the worse. And today we're buying 3 tent buffs, and this is 2 of 3 tent buffs. But no, I do understand the whole mail grind thing. I mean, looking back, I don't regret the decisions I made in Black Desert, because I rolled off of Valk to play Dark Knight. Dark Knight had so much about it that I absolutely loved, but that's what actually broke me. That singular class in time broke me. I had just gotten my Valk to 60 a week earlier when they announced the Dark Knight was releasing. It was everything I was wanting it to be: the look, the ideal, the full style of the character, the weapons were cool. Everything was what I was gonna want out of Dark Knight. So I said, alright, I'll take the plunge, and I'll do it one more time. And then, the game basically broke me at that point. It was the times, just about the time Steam got introduced and a lot of that stuff. Yep. Got a level 20 Polys node and literally here for just Atanis. Depending on how my numbers end up, I may end up going back to Mirmok, depending on the numbers. Try Prodies, because I'd have to level the node to 20, and I don't have the energy available right now to level it to 20. Where Mirmok and Polys are level 20 already. And according to the data for a Valkyrie, I'm proud of you have a buff to give the drop rate. What do you mean? Is it like a vendor buff or something? Or because of what? What's this buff? Because I haven't been told about that. Because right now there's only one Atanis place that's actually pulling more per hour than Polys on, for Valkyries, that is, on Garmoth. And that's, Fogan's for some reason right now. They're, like, just shy of being, I think it's like 0.5 less than Polys. When you grind a Prodi or Sakraya, you can get a buff and level 2 buff. Level 5 buff is 10%. Okay. Interesting. That also makes it sound like it's more of a contested area and something that I don't want to deal with. I don't want to deal with retards and their PvP-nesses. I'm good on that. If I can stay clear and stay in my lane and just grind and not have to worry about getting griefed. See, I would think about wherever Tungrad rings would be, people would be all over that. I guess this is one reason. Another reason why I would never have looked at it is because I might have looked. Do you need a ship to go out there so it's not really contested? Well, I have two, so I mean that's definitely something. Huh. Well, the unfortunate part of this grind right now is the level 20 node issue. I need to finish my Achman node to 20 before I go start on another node. And if that's the case, I might drop the energy and go take a look. I wonder what it is then, because what's weird is if that's the case... Yes, I actually have the, it's on Kato Coast for Achman. It says that it'll buff the drop rate. There it is. Because I'm trying to get Achman ready for a future grind. But once I do that, I'll check out the numbers again. it's more fun. Can I do this crap, though, or do I actually have to grind? Because that might also be another thing. Because if I can't just shift spacebar through it, I kind of don't want to go. At that point, I'd be way more likely to go to Fogan's. And then I'm getting syrups and scrolls that I can sell. So that's something to consider. I know Project used to live in Sakraya. I mean, heck, I could probably get him right now to give me a teleport on one of his characters. I'd be like, hey man, I need you to reinstall BDO. I know you got one parked over there with your map. Because, like, I'm not doing too terribly bad. I'm getting 7 an hour right now with, at a minimum, is what roughly where I'm at on my current grind today. Can I have you humor me for hour 3? Potentially, what's up? It depends on what you're asking. Don't want to get out of my lane. Do it on Arsha, I'll swap over and be a guard dog. I can try it on Arsha. I mean, I may not have to do it. I'm betting your drops will be better. Okay, well then I will need to, so for data collection, I will need to write everything down. We'll need to, like, log these 2 hours here. I'll do it. I'll switch over. I'll man up. Listen, I'll do it for 1 hour. If nobody's here. If I can find an area where nobody's here, I'll do it for 1 hour. Because we're talking real Arsha. No games you'll protect. Alright. If that's what you want to do, I'll take a swing at it. I mean, there's already 8 in my hour here, so that's, like I said, it's an average. Check in 10 minutes. Okay, where are you? You must be at... Didn't you say you were at Gyfin? Prodigy song buff. I can stack a little Prodigy K buff on Paddock's Island. Yeah, no, see, I've never been... I'll be real. I don't even have S knowledge on any of that. I've never been there. I've never killed a single mob there. Item drop rate is 10%. That's cool. That's weird. I've never... Okay. Introduced on February 2020. Ah, that's probably why. Because when I first heard about it, it was that there was definitely nothing under there. So that probably makes sense. It was just a, this is a recent addition. And Arsha is how much of an item drop rate increase? As you can tell, I don't go to Arsha. I stay away from it normally, because normally I used to be, back in the day, at the more contested areas. 50? Okay. Top of the cap's 300. Ah, so that's how you break into the 400 range. I see. Because it's castle and that is what's going to get you to the 400 range. Okay. So I'll look into the Prodi Cave thing, but that's gonna take some setup for me to get there. Nodes shouldn't be an issue. I think I've probably got it darn near on top of it. Right now it's 400, but 300 is all you can achieve with out being in a siege guild and Arsha, right? Because like I can't pop a J scroll and go ram past 300 right now. If I remember correctly, because I don't think I got anything higher than that. Need Castle and Arsha. Okay. Well, Castle's absolutely unobtainable. Arsha, I might be able to... I would need to feel that out here. Because, like, I'm not going to be... Like, if I go to Arsha, I know what I'm getting myself into. I 100% realize what that opens up Pandora's box to. Let's see here. Harambo, 8229. Thank you for playing. Thank you for joining our quest. Welcome to the stream. Welcome in. Harambo. I can barely read. My eyes are a little blurry right now. I can almost barely read what's on my screen. That's the scary part. It's slightly blurred today. I did spend quite a lot of time yesterday on the laptop writing. The good news is, I got another chapter done. I like this chapter. It was fun. Well, no. Can confirm it's clear minus you. Okay. Well, thank you for going over to Polly's. I appreciate it. But I will need, for the sake of data collection, I'll need that hour separated from this. So you'll have to give me 15 minutes, probably a total of... Wow, there's another Atanis element. That's 9, 10 this hour. What? Did you just see that? Did you just see that? I looted one right here, and then I looted one right here. We're making gains. MP pot coming in hot. I mean, not really. I'm still like a week away from that MP pot. Even at like OP return on investment time, I'm still like a week away. So do I just have to run around permaflagged? Is that still how it works, or is it just automatically PvP engaged? I don't remember. It's been 2 years since I've been on Arsha. 3 maybe, since I was on Arsha. You'd have to flag, but you don't need to. Okay. I remember Lazio used to talk about some serious, like, tinfoil hat stuff. I mean, we're talking deep tinfoil hat stuff. He swore. And he has darn near proof. Is already flagged. Fair enough. He swore that there was an increased drop rate if you would grind flagged. That was always the funniest thing. He would always grind flagged, and sure enough, he'd always get he'd get some stuff. He's like, yeah, I swear, it's like an increased drop rate for just being flagged. I'm like, bro, that is mega tinfoil stuff. Swore by it. Like I said, he nearly had proof of it too. For all of his like record keepings, every time he would run out flagged, he'd get more, just about everything. And then when he didn't, it was always slightly less. I'm like, bro, that's some tinfoil. I mean, because there's no proof of it. It's not written in the code. You can't find it anywhere, at least that anybody ever found. But it was just something he swore up and down about. And it was funny. It's always a great meme. Alright, we got 12 minutes left. And I mean, here's another thing to consider too. We may have been just on the downswing of bad luck of getting these Atanis pieces. We could be eventually riding this wave to the higher end for once. Because we haven't really put a ton of hours into it. But it's always been on the lower end from what I've noticed. But if we average it out to the higher end, what does the higher end curve look like? We know to expect somewhere around 10 to 14 an hour on the normal grind that I've been doing, with the normal buff drop chance of, I think it's 218 is what it roughly converts to. I think it's 217.5. So that's why I want to make sure that I get this Arsha run clean and clear, which is also why I didn't swap immediately over, because we are trying to keep the data pure as we can, so that we can go and look at the analytic of it and go, oh no, definitely grinding Arsha, I'm consistently getting 3 pieces more per hour versus I got a piece here, I gained a piece there more, but it really isn't worth it. Or it's, nope, this is legit. I got an email, and this one, it's time to spend more money, chat. That job's complete. Now to spend more money with them. I really messed that up, but I can still recover. I zoned out looking at my messages and I forgot where I was in the rotation. Whoops. Alright. 8 more minutes and then we do the analytical BS stuff, logging data, getting everything cleaned out of my inventory. So that we have a fresh, clean inventory to go to Arsha. Okay, that's 11 Atanis Elements in this hour. I haven't done a double-digit Atanis run yet since the day that I had the 150 buff. Or the 250 buff. My normal Atanis element is 6.9. This is probably about to bump up into the 7s. I would say Garmoth wide, they're saying it's 5, or I think it's like 5.9 is the Garmoth average for polys, but mine is like 6.9, probably 7.4, 7.5 right now. Because I've just gotten 11 in this 1 hour. Which is unusual for me. This is nearly double what I was getting on my other runs. And I'm not changed anything. Everything's still the same. We're running the same 218% on buffs, or, well, 217.5. We're still on that. That hasn't changed. So it's either we're seeing the rare upswing or me coming out of a bad slump into the actual, like, average for this area. Because I don't actually trust people to do averages correctly unless I know them. So, like, I don't take the Garmoth data too seriously, but what I do take is the data I've recorded seriously, because I am meticulous with recording the details. But mine was 6.9 as of this morning. So, which is higher than the recorded Fogans currently on Garmoth's website. But I just think somebody's there got Fogans going to town on a level 20 node. And is grinding insanely fast. Like, that sounds like my ranger at Fogans. Back in the day when I was grinding through Fogans, I was pulling some stupid amount of trash from that place. Wasn't worth anything, but it was a stupid amount of trash, and I was leveling up. Of course, back then, Seraph necklaces were actually money, so, alright, you know what, I was making. Alright, 5 minutes. So I need to go drop this, because I won't be able to make it around one more. Well, I could pop. We'll just drop it off. Back in the days of Fogans, I was making money. Now this is before like half of the crap in Kamasil was actually grindable. Like the elites were just starting to grind Mirmok. So put that in perspective when I start talking money. Half the places, Elvia didn't exist. Like, you making 300 mil an hour was nearly top tier at that point. You're like, oh my god, I'm making 300 mil an hour. Where it was like, oh my god, I was making 25 million an hour. We were literally just talking about that this morning. Here not too long ago, Pony Erotic was just talking to me about Prodi. The issue with Prodi is, 1, never been there. 2, I don't have a level 20 node there. But I was just told that there is a buff I can buy. Which is news to me. I didn't know this. I had quit the game for a while, so I was very much not aware of said information. But for science, at some point, while I'm doing this grind, I will probably go level that node to 20 after I finish Achman, and I'll go drop some hours there, because I'll definitely have Achman level 20 in like a day or two. But to get a perspective, we're gonna try Achman, or we're gonna try Arsha polys here in just a few minutes. In 3 minutes, I will go to Grana. To speed time up, I'm just gonna map back. So that I do not waste Valhalla Princess's time. Be funny if we got another Atanis element though in the next like 2 minutes. And Valka, what's the movement skill you're using between mobs? So I'm using 2. So we have right click and spacebar, which is doing the Sanctum Ferret and cancel, which is allowing me to move. The other one I'm using is this, which is shield chase into a to the shield bash cancel, or I believe is what it is, where she spins around, and then I'm using Hestadium to gap close again. So I've got a couple different movement skills that I'm using to move between these mobs. Basically, one is forward F on the controls, and then it's just your dash with, or holding shift in your dash and shield in your non-awakened form. I missed one. And then, but this, you can pretty much, you don't have to do it. You can just sit in this and choo-choo around the whole place. You don't have to. It'll get a little annoying when you run out of stamina, but if you just want to do this, you can literally hold this down if you want to just take your time. But you can see it slows down. You'll see that chug when I hit 0 stamina, because it cannot truly indefinitely do it. So that's why I come out and relieve my stamina some, so that I can hit between packs and dash a little bit to be a little bit more efficient. But this works, you know. Spectre's Energy. Wow! Talk about not getting that often. There's 30 mil. This run here was nuts. Like, actually nuts. Spectre's Energy, 11 Atanis Elements. I'll kill this one pack, then we'll go back. Alright. Done. Alright, so hour 2 is over and done with. Now to save time, let me grab on my horse. And to get some time, let's go to Grana, go. And I want to write this all down so that we can do our data collection. And then we'll come back, and we're going to grind this on Arsha for 1 hour. But welcome to the game. Okay. So, let's quickly take our numbers and try not to mess this up. All right, Polly's Forest, add data. We grinded on this. We did this for 2 hours, no Agris. We had a level 20 node. We were running 217 drop rate. All right, so we have, let me move. I'm not going to be able to read chat for a second. I got to be able to see this and Garmoth at the same time. Okay, so we gained 8, 16, 24, 25 of these. We gained 3 chest plates and 1 boot. All right. Then we had 1 Spectre's Energy, 2 of the Fire, 1 of Earth, 7 of those. We gained 19 of these, 26 of those, 82 of those, 76 of these, 12, that's actually really bad. 15 of those, that's actually really bad. Here's where it gets nuts. 18 Atanis Elements, 43 Caphras, 177 Spirit's Dust, 76 weapons, 87 armors, and 59,202 trash. We didn't loot any greater things. Did I get an artifact? No, I did not get an artifact. All right, so quickly checking the lower half, it was 712. We gained 1 of those, 19 of these, 19 of those, 26, 82, 76, 12, 15, 1, 3, 18, 177, 76, 87, and then 59,202. All right, we're going to save our data here. Hold on, let me take this off. 784.4 mil without pity pieces. Put that in my notes, because that's one of the things I do. I always write my notes down without it, and it was 18 Atanis Elements, and we made 1.5 billion in that 2 hours. Save. All right, so it actually looks like we are currently averaging 7.3 Atanis Elements per hour right now. So, give me just a second to clear up, and then we will head over back and do I need this for anything? Now that I'm thinking about it, do I actually need that Spectre's Energy for anything, or am I to the point now? It's still clear when you come back. Awesome, thank you. Nah, it's 30 mil. Okay, cool.
Are you here to pick your item?
Alrighty, give me just a moment and I'll be there. So, 87. That. That. Grana, we drop those off. We go to the Great Ocean where we drop those off. Tarif, we drop those off. Glish, we drop those off. And the truffles. And then everything else is to the vendor.
There are lots of things that can be bought with money.
So,
Wouldn't a nice hot
off,
bring happiness?
off. Put that in, put that in, put that in. Put that in, put that in, put that in. Alright, almost there, almost there.
Soon you will see
Shop,
how without
sell. Repair. And that needs to go to Olvia. Alright. Disconnect. Change server. Arsha PvP? You're not on Arsha Anonymous, correct? Alright. Okay. Okay. Now let's hurry back. Wait, I can just go to Polly's over here. I can just skip over the mountain. Alrighty. So install the campsite. We still have consumables technically up. Alright. Everything's the same. We're gonna do one more hour here at Arsha, so we're gonna hit shop. Camp buff and consumables for whatever we may need. And here we go. One more hour. Where's that darn chest? Whatever. I think I got it. I think that's what jerked me back. I'm not 100% sure. How much time does that have? We have 1 hour. Okay, perfect. We're gonna actually have a very weird but good testing buff. I saw the flag and I flinched and I'm like, oh wait, never mind. The habit and the reflex is still there. Yeah, no, I get it. It's just, it's that brain tick of, ah, crap, here we go again. My brain sees that and it's like already getting ready for a fight. Like, okay, let's go. Let's crack some knuckles. We gotta get ready. No, you're fine. I see. I appreciate you coming and lurking. Like I said, I'll eventually man up on my own if this ends up being significantly better. I'll man up and come here. Whoops. That's okay, it's only 3 minutes. It's not the end of the world. Okay, so our grind rate for this is 187. We're nearly, or 287.5. So this is going to be the highest I've actually had at Polly's, outside of, I think I did one degenerate. Outside of one degenerate run. 9/10. This spot is empty. Okay. Because, I mean, let's be real. What are people really on this server for at this point? They're here for Gyphon. It's me being toxic. Okay. Got it. So if I see you, I just know it's you being toxic. Got it. You know, there's a part of me, when I start going pretty hard, I kind of want to pop stamina pots. Is there money? Bring him here on occasion. Interesting. Yeah, 287 though. I mean, I can't really get much better than that. Like, I could literally, I think I have some like cheaper like loot drops that I could rock that would be fine, but I've been saving all my like buff drop stuff for the day I finally graduate and go to the big leagues. So I could go work on those Deboreka stuff. If you want a safer place to stand that you're not getting smacked by mobs, you can just go to about 5 feet behind my horse. Should be completely safe. Unless you just want the presence to be known. But you've got to be taking chip damage, which is, well, again, you got the infinite pot. It doesn't really matter on a 1 second cool or a 3 second cooldown. They take max 10 HP. Okay, that's fair. Again, I gotta remember you've got the infinite pot, so it's not like you're actually chugging potions. Full Fallen God, both red artifacts. Yeah, your monster damage reduction is awesome. So. Oops. I brain farted on which one I was on. I hadn't spent this long straight grinding in a very long time. I mostly do like an hour here, an hour there, maybe 2 hours. I think the last time I did 3 hours on stream was literally at Centaurs when I first came back early February. Where I did, I think, 1 or 2 grinds for 3 hours. I think I need to go, like, grab another pack or something. This feels like it's getting light. Like, I'm not getting them to spawn all in. I think I'm gonna take a little detour on this next pass. Also, quickly check. No, we don't have any yet. I know where I'm gonna detour to. Like, they're mostly spawned in, but it feels like there is, like, I think I can kill that one, should be fine, and then just not, like, dash up here. That should be good. Because it's like, I feel like I'm just about, like, 3-4 seconds behind when I need to be in that area. An unknown adventurer. I wonder who that unknown adventurer could be. What lurks in the shadows? That's unusually dead. Huh, okay. Shiny treasure chest. Another one? Did I hit it? Huh. Whatever. Oh hey, we finally got an Atanis element. Alright, let's put the tracker up. And item count. So this week, one of my classes assigned a video to watch. But it was 62 minutes long. Wow. What in the world were they having you watch? Yeah, see, that's how the pack normally looks over here. I guess maybe I dove into it, did this, and didn't really pay attention to the explosion as it probably killed everything. I think is what happened. Because there's nothing moving down there either. Healthcare fraud. Ooh, that's not good. Now, here's what I'm going to be willing to say. Even if I don't get a lot of Atanis, I'd be willing to bet that the Kaffir rate and Spirit Dust rate is going to look a lot better on this hour than my prior hours. Would be my guess. Because at 285, I would assume, with a level 20 node, that would be significantly higher. Well, not significantly as in night and day, but like, I should see a difference in that. Atanis grind! Yeah, we're working on it. We are definitely working on it. How's it going, Narama? I'm pretty sure I just saw a guy loot a duo necklace. I'm doing nothing for an hour while I watch. Play on my phone for a bit. Fair. Alright, there's number 2 for the hour. It'll pick up? Oh, I'm sure it will. And even here's what I'm thinking is even if this is on the low end, I'm sure the average will come back up within a grind or two here, if that is the case. Because, I mean, we looted 3 literally within seconds of each other. So, I kind of can't, like, complain. The only thing I'm going to complain about is having to figure out what to do with all that Lemuria armor. Buddy's average is 10 to 15 an hour on our show. Okay. I mean, that's a pretty good... It'll sell eventually. Eventually, yep. I just keep stacking it in there. I'm more curious about the Kaphra stones at this point. Like, the Atanis elements are going to come, and so will the Kaphras, but I'm really curious to what the Kaphra difference is going to be. Because that's a much more common drop than the Atanis element. So it's like, how much am I going to shave off my time just trying to get C10 on the boots by that drop rate? At least one. Yes. At least one. That is the best answer for it. Or even better, yes. Oh, I love that answer, especially a very well-timed version of it. I was curious, what I was saying is I'm curious to see what the, what will the, Arsha buff at this rate, what would that rough, I'm curious to see what the difference is going to be, in the total, like, grand scheme of things, how much is that going to shave off my time and drop because of it being such a higher drop rate item? Like, how many more an hour am I going to end up walking away with? Hours minimum. That's pretty cool. I believe it. I mean, it's not like I don't have 70 hours roughly in front of me. Yeah. I mean, I'm also trying to be reasonable too. It's 10 a.m. on the West Coast, or on the East Coast. I grind at very weird times for the hot time of this. But yeah, if this is really the case, then I agree. With a level 20 node here, and if it's this dead, I could take this. Like I say, I know what I'm getting into if I come here. I full well know. Being on Arsha, it's a Pandora's box of... It's allowed. It's completely 100% asking for it. And if somebody rolls up, all right. We got two options. Channel hop or dunk him. I don't lose PV, I don't lose karma. Or I get dunked. I channel hop. Simple as that. I mean, to be fair, the bar is pretty low on to kill me. It's not that hard. I'm running EXP crystals right now in my crystal setup. And I've got a life skill buff for my tent buff. Why? Energy. Because AP is useless. The 10% combat would be nice, but what do I need more right now? Energy. I need to get Akhman finished. That's disgusting. I don't think fun's the right word, but we're gonna go with it. I bet you are sweating. Like as in, I need a full shower sweating. Got 9,000 trash. I don't even know what would be good there. I'll be real. What would actually be, what would you be looking for, really? Or is that actually good? I don't know. You get 15 on your real tune. Okay, yeah, you definitely didn't, you definitely didn't get it great, but that's still impressive. It's possible. You know, there's a great saying, just because you can doesn't mean you should. But you can. It's possible. You know, there is that little detail, that subtle little detail. Story of my life thing. I mean, fair. Someone told you couldn't grind Dark Seekers, and you proved them wrong. You not only proved them wrong, you looted both items. You both looted both artifacts naturally, and got the real full flame naturally. That's disgusting. And it was only 1,000 trash under the Karmoth average. Wow, that's really not bad. Considering everything, if you're just 1,000 under the average, that's pretty darn good. You can't hit Pen Blackstar. Awakening. I promise, I didn't wake up on the wrong side of the bed and chose violence. So I had someone else to do it for me. But no. This is where you're supposed to say, fine, I'll do it myself. You bring out the Infinity Gauntlet and, you know, that whole 9 yards. That's what you're supposed to say. Saying. That's how it's supposed to go, right? You just went to Darkseeker. Somebody said you couldn't do that. Pull out 2 artifacts and the flame and grind and just one tap it. Easy. Actually, what is the last time you attempted it? What was what were you going for? Or you just straight up just said no to Pen Blackstar or anything? You'll enhance your main hand? Come on, 245 stack. I hit mine on like a 210. I just waited for Jay's hammers and ripped. There was no point in ever attempting it without Jay's hammers. Crons are your gatekeeper. It's the gatekeeper for everyone. It's why I want to eventually get to a money spot to be able to start buying the costumes to try to get my Pen Awakening. Because it'll go, it's just when. No, I get it. You're looking at those upgrades. I guess I'm looking at it as I would rather have the AP straight to my main hand Awakening because it's the main thing I use. Versus, you know, getting a little chip AP here, a little chip AP there. Getting it straight to my Awakening would be such a big deal for where I'm at. Because for you, is it not your... Or for, I should say, for the way Scholar played, it looks like it's a main hand focused class. I rarely saw the large hammer come out other than like a combo or two when I got it to 60. It's even like Archer. Okay. I knew it was released the same way. I was just curious as far as it felt like it was, when I played it, it was very main hand heavy. Very main hand heavy. Where Archer felt very Awakened heavy. It's a solid 50-50 split. Wow, that's actually pretty good. Considering everything. Okay, I do see somebody. It is something moving down there. I got a dot, I think, following me. Do I? No. Okay. I think he's on the lower end of the hill. I didn't think he was actually coming for me, was he? Or was he just trying to be curious of what I was doing? Because I happened to see him sitting way back up in the back. You one-tapped him? Oh, shit. That poor thing. What in the world is going up with this mob? Okay, so then this really... Oh, it's you. You can still words. You can still tell my PvP sense is still somewhat heightened. I'm not a complete scrub. The fact that I can... What in the heck happened here? Okay, did I screw this up? Alright, I'll start up here and see what happens. Okay, everything's dead down here. It's probably my doing. I just need to get it back in spawn. But no, he was minding his own business. He was way up there. You don't have to node camp him. I don't think he's gonna be that big of an issue. I just happened to look up and I saw that he was up there, and that was explained. Oh, he was actually chasing me. I thought he was running down the line down there. I thought he was the row below me, which is why I was not really super worried, because I didn't see him on my 6. So I thought he was below me. But if he was actually on my nuts, then no, I get what you're saying. I didn't realize that. No, that makes sense. Thanks for popping him. Oh, hi. All right. He caught me in a weird position, and I was like, no stam. Aw, crap. It's a hash brown, so that's pretty easy to beat. I just need to not be, like, stam drained. That's the only thing I will say about doing what I'm doing on Valk. No, you're fine. That one was honestly me, because I was like, I squared up to him and I realized, oh, I don't have any stamina. And then he was just on me. I'm like, psst. I think I can kill him if I actually gave it a try. Like, it shouldn't be that hard. Oh, it's a ninja. I thought I saw the tornadoes like a hash brown. Oh, if it's ninja, that's gonna be a little harder for me to beat. Little. Not much. Yeah, where are you? There you go. I just gotta pay attention to where I'm at. Your pets are away? That's fine. It doesn't matter to me. I might cheat and put special deals on, but I need to see the loot. That's the unfortunate thing for this one run. Or else I'd be like, hey, special deals! Goodbye. Goodbye, scrolls. I mean, it's not like we don't have 18 minutes left, so. Yeah. I mean, he's here to do exactly that. He wants to grind in PvP. I respect it. It's why I typically stayed in my lane. You know, I stayed up there at my usual normal channels. It's like, if you're gonna pop karma, it better be worth it. But then at the same time, I'm the one who also gets in trouble a little bit. I'm finally like, alright, get out of my spot. I'm a returning player a few years away, and I swear making a seasonal character and choosing the Land of the Morning Light followed by the Magnus quest line was the worst decision making of my life. Yes, it was. The Magnus quest line is cool because it gives you access to the global storage and the boss gear and all that stuff. The Magnus part was the great part. That was probably the better of your decisions. The part that you really chose that shouldn't have been was the Land of Morning Light. It's horrible. It's literally a testing ground for Crimson Desert, is what that's becoming. So. Yeah, I feel that sentiment a lot. I was up and down. I talk about an emotional testing the durability of your R key. Yes, that very much as well. I one-shot it in a day and I regret doing it, but I wanted to get my gloves. That's the only reason why I do it. I mean, yeah, the extra 2 crystal slots are great. And the AP and DP you can get out of it are great. But the process was absolutely horrible, and I wish it to never have to do that again. But I gotta do it one more time for the crossroads. Ten out of 10 would do again. I mean, there's just some level of masochism there that we're gonna talk about. Said no one ever. You're not wrong. So that explains I wasn't actually crazy then. You know, now that we think back about this, it was the ninja was the one killing that pack on the corner. Where we would just occasionally line our timings up. And I would loop it, which now makes me not seem so crazy. I'm like, I guess I had zoned out? Okay, now what's weird is this is nearly proving the opposite of my hypothesis. His mistake was chasing me. Yeah. To be fair, there's a chance he technically could have taken the spot from me in a reality if this was just me here. Because I am constantly drained of stamina doing this. I'm not doing my normal grind like at, like doing Mirmok. I could definitely hold way more stamina to my name and be able to actually do more. But being stamina drained definitely hurt. Drummer! Welcome in, everyone. How was your stream? Welcome in. Thanks for bringing everybody over. Hope you're having a great day. Give me just a second, I'll do mod things. And Matt Scoot, thank you for following. Thank you for your request. Welcome to the stream. Let's see here. Let me quickly get this off. Let's give a shout out to... let's see here. It's Drummer BDC. Black Desert Console. There we go. Yeah, definitely go check him out. Fun guy. It was, found him here a couple, about a week ago? Week and a half ago? Console player. It was fun to come and hang out. And, today we're, doing some testing. Did some grinding, now we're doing some testing on the Arsha server to see drop rate difference in loot per hour. So we're 12 minutes left on this final hour for me. This is a bad hour, unfortunately. It could... We've still got 12 minutes. Like, that's the thing. We still have 12 minutes. It could pull out... I mean, pull-out game is never strong with anything. But, yeah. Highs and lows. We're always going to have that. Like, I get that. As a numbers guy, I get highs and lows. Because I think I just got a high on, I think I just had a high on the normal server, which makes this look a little lower. Too. So, I mean, we just came off an 11 drop rate in 1 hour. But if I can, in this next 10 minutes, just pull one more, it keeps me at the 7 average. Yeah, because the pots unlock so much for me at this point. It would allow me to go to some better spots without having to worry about, oh, I have only 150 mana pots left, and 3 minutes later, and they're gone. So, we're gonna get this done. It's been something I've always put away, because I was like, I didn't really need them, and I don't really need them unless I want to turn my brain off. It's your region. Oh no, I get that the pots are good. I just put them off because it was just like, it was a novelty item. I was like, I use, in a normal grind session, I would use, you know, like, maybe 100 MP pots, you know, maybe 5-10 HP pots. I was like, I don't need it. But then, as the stronger grind spots have been coming around, it's like, okay, now I can kind of see where, you know, if I go a lot harder, I'm chugging a lot of potions. If I go to higher end spots, I'm taking more damage now. So it's kind of like one of those things where it's just like, it's time. It's time to make the investment. So hopefully my sanity's still here at the end of the 600 elements. I very much know that this is probably going to put me on the back burner of Black Desert when I'm done with this. But I've survived worse. I've definitely survived worse. I know Valhalla Princess can attest to the DK Pirate grind and the hitting the DK to 61 and a lot of the shenanigans I did back in the day, you know, when things were a lot more difficult. What's wrong? You don't miss the pirate grind? Diff classes care about MP pot a lot. One thing you're gonna see me do, you're gonna be seeing me do is, probably bring the Ranger out when I get the MP pot and like 150. They're adding an in-game ring to it? Oh, is that where the Debo ring's gonna go? Oh, evasion ring? Okay, cool. Great. Easy. Perfect. I will never have to go to that island. Ever. I mean, evasion build is a definite interesting, evasion builds really, I think, are very dependent upon where people sit with accuracy. If you fight a lot of classes that have high accuracy, evasion's not as good as DR. And it's like, once, it's that constant battle of who has accuracy, who doesn't have accuracy. I need evasion ring and earrings for the because shy issues. See, now that's a class I've never played. Like, outside of leveling it up, I've never played. I think I leveled my shy to 58, and then I think I power leveled her on a tagged character. $1,340 evasion. That's disgusting. You gonna start flame grinding again? That'll be crazy. That's a lot of money. That's 10 bill of flame. Also, call me stupid. I just realized why the flames were so cheap for the gloves. You can literally set a farmer on a node. And you can farm the embers for the flame. What in tarnation's going on with that crap? I have never seen them do anything like that. But they want you to be able to make the gloves really easily. I wouldn't say really easily, but easily. People do their bosses weekly. Yeah. Boot grind will be the worst. I can get a flame at Dekiaturos every 4 hours or so. That's actually, in the grand scheme of things, it's not really that bad. Every 4 hours? That's 2 bill every 4 hours. You have 2 flames, almost a third. Oh, the Odalita, like, Fallen God looking type, or Black Star armor looking, outfit. Okay. I thought about going for that outfit just to collector it someday, but it's not on my priority list. It's just if it ever happens. I was like, alright, you know, if I start getting close to getting pieces from whatever shows up wherever I end up going, I would chase it to finish it. But I would have to be in the area to make that happen. It's your scholar's outfit. I see. Got 3 minutes left. I will need a horse stop. There's no way I can go all the way around probably 4 more times with 116. We cap out at 125. Yeah. We'll have to horse dump real quick. He's back on Mystic? The same guy? Oh, hey, and a Atanis element in the last 90 seconds. That's funny. I guess he went to go get his main. I think he killed coming up through here. I think he was chasing me. Or either that's my crap still spawning back in. No, because all this is up here. Did an eighth of your health? That poor thing. Alright, I'm gonna kill half a ring just to make up for the PvP stuff. Not that it really matters, but it'll give us a little bit more balance. So I'll kill through this line and then I'll call it on that. And there we go. Yeah, no, that's definitely... Now I'm more curious about all the other stuff in it. So let's take a quick look and see what we got. Thank you for coming and hanging out. I really appreciate that. Honestly, there's no difference. Roughly looking, I see no real difference. So we gained the Kaffir's averaged out. The Spirit Dust averaged out, but let's enter it and then we'll talk about it while I go ride to do. I got two bosses that just spawned and I want to get those off the grid. So trash 29,293. I actually averaged darn near the same trash. We had 56, 32, 83, 24, 7. I'll check those in a minute. 6, 16, slightly higher than normal. 52, barely higher than normal. 51, 29, that's a little bit higher. 10, that's average. We got 6 of these, that can be the average here. That's not really that impressive. We got 8, 16, 18, 21 of the alchemy stones. 21 of the alchemy stones. We got 2 armors, 2 chests. 2 armors, 2 chests. We didn't get any artifacts. And then we need the Arsha. And then we had that. We had the other buff. Perfect. So we were 287.5 on our drop chance. All right, let's move that. And then it was 411.6 mil without pity pieces. Arsha. Test grind. And put our 7 pieces back. So in this 1 hour, I made better in the Blackstones, better in the armors. The Spirit Dust is about the same. The Caphras are actually about the same. Those didn't matter. Okay, so we were pretty much about the same on most everything. So overall, that's not a horrible turn of events in the grand scheme of things. So I see that as an absolute win. Seriously, Valhalla Princess, thank you for coming and hanging out and guarding the grind spot. I'll definitely do some more tests, and I'll be sending you some screenshots along the way so that you can kind of see what we get. Not all, I won't be doing it every time because sometimes I won't feel like doing it, but I do know I'll definitely try it again. We'll probably go tomorrow, so if you are around, you can hang out while we grind. I'll at least start the morning because I think that would be the better time versus at the end of the morning. Which is where people are waking up. All right. So, averages are a good thing. Oh, we're literally right here. Wacky Toshi.
Marnie is great. Would you like to participate in Marnie's experiment? Support the glory of Marnie.
All right, so what do we get? Pry Ruin Ring. All right. Not too shabby. Yeah, you're happy about that. Good old lantern fodder. We'll go to Demtree first. But yeah, I mean, I can get, I mean, that's pretty powerful to think about in the grand scheme of things. Having 287 in the drop rate. That's OP. I could push it to 300, but it would take me too long. Oh yeah, I know I can hit 350. It would require a little bit more of me. I'd have to come down here and grab another 10% out of my ecology to ease it up, which would put me at 300. I could drop J scrolls, which would get me up to the 300 barrier. Yeah, that's definitely why we're out here trying Arsha. I can get behind that. I'll definitely have to come try out more around my time to see, you know, if people are out here, because like I said, I'm not going to contest the spot. I'm not going to go grind at a different spot, because with the data collection, listen, I'm going to give you guys a little insight to the madness that I am. Yes, the castle buff gets you to 400. I'll never get a castle. I am... True. I definitely would church buff. Oh yeah, no, I would, if I was gonna grind Arsha, I would totally hit the both church buffs. There's no way I would do that. I would definitely run, if I'm grinding Arsha, I'm grinding not the energy buff, because like I said, I was doing this for the energy, just to be chill. I'd be way more sweat about it. I'd have the potions ready to go to buff up and start swinging on people. But knowing that I was just blindly running around on the normal node, wasn't really worried about. Like, if somebody came in my spot, I'd just channel hop. But if it's Arsha, okay, I'd be ready to fight. But my issue with the only thing I don't like about Valkyrie grind there is because I'm so stamina drained, it's gonna make it really hard to engage normally at polys. So as long as I'm able to actually protect myself and like see the dot coming, I'm able to prepare for it, but I have to know it's coming. I do have the detect enemy on, so I should have gotten a ping from this thing. Yeah, hostile detection should have been turned on. So that should have pinged the adventurer. But I haven't been seeing my pings. Because I also have this turned on for hostile detection. He was always dead. And nothing to ping. Fair. But, like, normally I have stuff like that to, like, cue me that there's something around. You know, I'm one of those old school players, you know. I'm used to using small little things to get an advantage where I could. You know, we used to run around in ghillies that didn't used to say unknown adventurer out in the dark. You want to talk about toxic? Let me introduce you to toxic. Let me introduce you to toxic. You're welcome. Now, obviously, you wouldn't have all that name crap above me, but imagine that just running around. Now, for me, the big giveaway is all the little light particles. I am not very night-friendly with all my light particles that I give off as a Valkyrie. But as I run around, that makes this a lot harder to spot. You know, so just the small little BS of stuff like that was a big deal back in the day. So you know, there was a lot of like small little PvP things we did that you just don't do anymore. Like, ghillie suits were pay to win back in the day because you couldn't see the darn person. The whole point was you crouch down, you lay down, and you can hide and move around people's bases. It was literally a stealth suit. And it was impossible to see. Especially at night, when guild wars typically like to happen. So the way you counteract that? Night vision mode. Kill your contrast, boost, or blast your contrast, kill your gamma, and ta-da! Or no, it's just the opposite. Kill the contrast. Blah. Display settings. Yeah, kill the contrast, boost the gamma, ta-da, you have night vision. And that person stands out like a sore thumb. And it's like, ha, joke's on you and your stupid ghillie. I see you clear as day. And then they're getting triggered and like, how can you see me? How can I not see you? Oh, we're over here. I know where we need to go. Screw that. My horse will get smacked the crap out of. But yeah, that's something I do have to consider about Arsha grinding, is just being out of stamina. How much would y'all have laughed if that was an ogre ring? How many of you in chat would have been triggered if that was an ogre ring? Just, bop, ogre ring. More lantern fodder. Okay, where am I and why am I not? Okay, there we go. Alright, here we go. Duo ogre. Nope, Cronstones. Duo ogre. Vassal spell. You grind undies to kit. That's gross. That's so horrible. All right. I'm gonna actually forcefully ride there real quick so that I can do this, and then I need to get going. We need to go find somebody to raid. I'm feeling better. I'll do some Dekia Thornwood for you. All right. Sounds good. I'd like to see pain. So, you think my spot for Dekia is gonna be probably Akhman. Probably like the Akhman Histria stuff. Considering I also need the compass pieces. 100% I could do Akhman right now. Your confidence is higher than mine, I'll give you that much. Histria hurts if you don't pay attention. I could see that. I just feel like I need to get the potion pieces before I go there. That's at least just me. The other elixirs I can make all day long. Well, yeah, I'm not gonna go ADD grind. You know me. Once I bite my teeth down on something, I don't let go. I will do it till the ends of it's done. I remember, were you in the stream where I told Narama I was going to get my Dark Knight to 60 in 2 weeks? Because I was going to be the first to do it. I was going to be the first one so I could get the tweet. I was like, I'll do it. I will grind to 60 and I will do it. And I'll get it done in 2 weeks. 15 days later, I achieved my goal. I was dead inside, but I achieved my goal. So, there comes a time and point in my life where when I say I'm going to sit down and do it, you know that when I'm done, there's going to be 2 potions sitting there. Ah, crap. Stay. Oh, come on. Get off my nuts. Garbage. Honestly, just give me Cron Stones. Oh well. Okay. The lack of back attacks is disturbing. I couldn't get positioned on him to stay on his back, so I just decided to go for the AoE frontal. Screw you. Alright, we're gonna ride to... Honestly, where am I closer to? Kinda think I'm closer to Calpheon. We'll just let it ride out over there. Like, I'm actually closer to Heidel, but I'd rather be over in Calpheon. Alright. Let's grab our thing, and I need to get going. I gotta get back to work now. I gotta go respond to that email. That's a very important one. But no, seriously, thank you everyone for coming and hanging out. I hope that you all enjoy the next, how many ever days this is gonna be. I know it's gonna get boring, it's gonna get repetitive, but hey, we're gonna try to do the best that we can to keep this entertaining for you all as best as possible while I grind out my 600 Atanis pieces. The good news is today we are ending with, let's see here, I've got 7 there, and then Grana. We're ending with 159, so we're a little just past halfway, so about a week we'll have the MP pot, and that'll be a huge up for us, because we're gonna get the MP first, and then we'll get the, HP pot on the back end, and that might mean we're gonna get the return of my ex-girlfriend. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know. But my ex-girlfriend may make an appearance. So, that's an old BDO reference for anybody who's old enough to remember that. So, let's go shut X and YouTube down, and we're gonna go find somebody to drop the party off with here on Twitch. So thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys tomorrow morning, 7 a.m.-ish my time, 4 hours-ish ago your time, for more Atanis grinding. Yay. All right.